CoinPoker. Really excited about this. As I said, it's a rare thing. And here's our first hand. Ace-4 off is just about a call against a button raise. Not the best flop in the world. The other three tables, we've just fired them up, but we are not quite there yet. And here against the c-bet, I will just fold my ace-4. That is okay. Yeah, first Saturday stream ever. Normally I stream Mondays to Fridays. I mean, not every day, but between Monday and a Friday. Molly will be live tomorrow evening, I believe, on Sunday evening European time. And I decided to stream today, got a couple of hours. Thought I might get a few hours in, play some poker, have some fun, enjoy some time with you guys. And here 5-6 off is a fold even against a min bet. Yeah, let's see if we can do some damage. Let's see if we can have some interesting pots today. Definitely excited about this Saturday stream. Also, I'm excited to see what the player pool is like. I mean, here in CoinPoker 25NL, it always seems fairly soft, but let's see. Maybe it is even better on weekends. Okay, we got pocket tens, and we are going to 3-bet them. Okay, 3 off, I'm just going to fold. Jack 7 off, definitely going to fold. Okay, so we won our first pot here with the pocket tens. Yeah, let's see. A few more tables now. Actually, all 4 of them are up. I think, actually, no, not this one yet. But in the next hand, we'll have all 4 tables going. Fold this a3 off to a small blind raise. And yeah, also having this new layout. Let me know what you think about it. I had it custom made for me, and I quite like it with a palm tree, even though my picture at the bottom looks a bit weird. And I am planning to stream with a photo of myself. No, sorry, not photo, with a video of myself. But it's not happening because my camera isn't really working at the moment. Okay, we had a limper here. That is interesting. Ace Jack on the button. We can definitely raise. So yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. Ask me questions if you have any. Okay, 5-5 deuce is not ideal. Pocket deuces we can raise in the cutoff. 5-5 deuce on the button. If it checks to me, this can go either way. We can check, we can bet. I'm just going to bet this time. We are getting 3-bet by the button. It's a fairly small 3-bet. I'm going to call it. Ace deuce suited. I'm going to fold after there is a raise. And obviously ace 10-5, not the best flop when you have pocket deuces. And we will just have to fold straight away, even to a small bet. Like, yes, he can have a lot of bluffs there, but it's such a good board for him, and like, we can't really improve. So unfortunately, I had to let it go. Okay, there's another limper. That's good to see. Queen 10 off. I don't want to isolate the limper though. This guy also a limper. Yes, that's a disadvantage for regular tables, that sometimes the action can be a bit slow, but I'm playing 4 tables and hoping that this will speed up the action a bit, will be interesting. Hopefully we will get into a few interesting spots. Jack 7 off. I'm just gonna fold it. I mean, potentially against recreational players, you can open this on the button, but I don't really know. Like, this guy started the hand with 40 bigs, yes, but the other one might not be a recreational player and might just not gaining that much that it's worth raising there. King Queen off though, and the small blind, table 4. So I'm just calling them table 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right, but there is a raise and there is a 3 bet. There is a 4 bet. Okay, I think King Queen off is probably not good when there is a 3 bet and a cold 4 bet. Let's see what develops here. Fold Queen 8 in the small blind. Yeah, the guy just took it down with his 4 bet. Fair enough. Yeah, so yesterday I did a stream, and then after an hour or so I was told that the sound was off, but I hope now the sound is good. Let me know if you can hear me, or also let me know if you can't hear me, although then you can't hear that I'm saying, that you could let me know. But anyway, I sure hope that it's working today. The chat is also working. Yeah, I prefer playing regular tables over the Zoom ones. Zoom, of course, has the advantage that you get to see a lot more hands, but also you don't really get to talk that much about them, and you can do pool exploits, but you can't do as many normal exploits, so I just prefer to have this. So I'm moving these a bit further because I can see there is still a bit more that we can see on the right. So that's quite good. Ooh, ace, jack suited, and ace, king suited. Two very playable hands. There's a call, and this is not the best flop in the world. I'm just gonna check, You know, he bets quite big there. I am going to call. Oh, Queen Jack. Okay, to check this one. Let's see then. He did have the 7. Fair enough. Okay, could have bluffed him there. This is one where I could donk, but with this hand, I don't really want to do much. Okay, he bets quite big. Okay, that's fine then. Come on, just waiting. Got the ace-9 off here, and the player on the button is just not acting. Is running down the time bank. 5-6 suited. I'm just going to 3-bet this one. And finally, this guy gave up. Okay, we do flop bottom pair. I am going to c-bet this one. And here, 7-5 off against a 2x raise, definitely calling. And we got him to fold. That is excellent news. Here we have middle pair. Against middle pair, I am happy to stab, get him to fold. 9-3 suited. I'm just not going to raise it now on the button. I know it's a bit on the loose side, but I think it's okay. Haven't seen these players 3-bet much. Okay, now this is pretty bad, but I'm trying to just get him to fold. I think a c-bet can't be too bad. Go in quarter pot, like really tiny. He does call. Now we have a gut shot. Oof, and this one, I am going to c-bet. Here I'm going to go a bit bigger now with a gut shot. Why he calls. Okay, here we got ace-10. Going to bet this one again. And here, don't want to triple barrel this one, although this is the only chance to win, of course, but he might still have a 10 or even a queen that you might not fold. Yeah, he did have the queen there, fair enough. Okay, we're getting 4-bet with the ace-10 off. Okay, so then I'm just folding. I think I can make these even slightly bigger. Seven deuce off, okay. Yeah, so let's see, in the 25 NL sessions, I think I've played about 6 or 7 so far, and I came out as a winner every single time, but definitely ran good. 10s and kings now. And where are we? We're in the small blind. I am going to go to 4x. This guy only started the hand with 40 big blinds. And now, of course, when I have kings, they both fold. Last time he called me with queen 6 off, and when I had the 9-3 in a similar spot, and yeah, now this time he just folded. That is very disappointing. Okay, and now we're getting 3-bet. We have the ace king. Okay, here, first of all, I'm going to 3-bet myself. I could 4-bet, could call with ace queen off. Let's call this time. So I wasn't a cutoff, even though it looks like I'm not. Okay, he checks, so I am going to check behind. This is a spot where he should have a lot of checks. If he checks again, I will start betting probably. He doesn't check again, so I think this guy kind of knows what he's doing, but what hands does he have? From the small blind, he still has some hands that we beat, so I'm going to call there. And let's see what he does now. He bets pretty big, and against this big bet I will have to fold. Okay. Three deuce suited against a min raise is still a fold. Yeah, this is quite annoying against this player, but what can I do? Ace nine suited, now I will call. That's pretty decent flop for my hand. He bets, and I am going to check raise this one. Maybe we can finally win a hand against him. Or her, because I see it says Laura there. Okay, then. Here we have this limper guy. I am going to go quite big here, 7 big blinds. Right here, I do not want to continue. I'm just going to check and try to see a river. Here we can definitely 3-bet our queens. This guy now bets really small, so he's giving us the odds to call, which is nice. So just going to call. And now on this river, is there merit in donking? I do think we can donk this one. This is like just over quarter pot. And he folds. That's okay. We did finally win a pot. The queens, unfortunately, there was no action. Okay, we got this player again, who was just tanking. But thankfully this time he didn't tank that long. Ace queen. So you can't complain about decent hands pre-flop, but we haven't got any action so far. Or we did with hands like ace queen, but then we whiffed the flop. Pocket aces now, although if you're regular on my channel, you'll know that with aces, almost always I just don't get any action. But here we have a raise, so we can 3-bet. And here we got shoved on by this player with where we have ace queen, and I think we must fold for 35 big blinds. Actually, we have 6 in there. You have to pull 29 to win 43. That is about 40%. He's got tens, jacks, queens. Still think it's probably just a fold. Ooh, we're getting 4-bet here by this player. That is good news. Cold 4-bet. I am going to just call the 4-bet with the aces. And this is about the worst ever flop for aces. Four against cold 4-bet, because you can do that with kings, you can do that with queens, and once in a blue moon maybe with king queen, but still, I mean, the SPR is 2, so I'm never going to fold. You could have ace king if we're lucky. I mean, the 10 is even like, look at this. What do we have here? This is a heads up now, because on this table. Yeah, this is the problem now. I really don't love it, but I'm just, am I gonna shove here? I think he won't fold ace king, will he? Though I'm just gonna go for the call. I mean, this is insane. Kings beat me, queens beat me, jacks beat me, tens beat me, nines beat me, king queen beats me, and the only hand I beat is ace king. Like this is just absolutely horrible, absolutely horrible. And also I think that he would slow down with ace king on such a board. This is just like insane. But do I really want to fold aces here? This is just like such a terrible spot. But I was gonna go with it anyway. I'm just gonna get stacked here. I'll just call it because yeah, he did have, oh my god, he did have ace jack. I did not expect that. Look at this ace jack. So that's kind of why, I don't know. Like this is just such a terrible spot, and yes, I kind of messed it up because I was feeling like I need to fold this. I want to study this later somehow, because this is really a terrible spot. Ah, man. You get aces against ace jack. You get 4-bet by cold 4-bet by ace jack suited, and then look at this run out. Look at this run out. So he c-bet, that's fine, and then he actually got there on the turn already. Oh, this is just insane. I mean, he was dead pre-flop. That's like, what, 12%, 15%? Not even. I think it's like 10 to 12% equity pre-flop. But that's poker for you. And here at this table, we're just being left alone. What did we do here? Oh, yeah. Great hand. Oh man, this guy completely sucked out on us, and I paid him off in the end. But that's the thing, like, well, on that board I wasn't even sure if you would bet a set there, but then jacks just seemed so unlikely for him to have. But he had ace jack even, which was just the absolute nuts. And I mean, I even block ace jack so badly. This is just like incredible run out. Incredible run out. Okay, king 8 suited. We can raise this one. Well, let's see, this is with aces. Most of the time I don't get any action, and when I do get action, I just get stacked. It's obviously not always the case, but I do feel like it's been happening quite a bit. Okay, I'm trying to find another table because this one here on table 1 doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Here we go, 1025. Let's play this one. Okay, I'm going to shut this one down. Oh, here we go. Oh, we are out of position. We got called. So we're just checking. Great run out once again. But he keeps checking. Do I want to turn this into a bluff? I don't want to turn it into a bluff. And he now bets, and this is like he cold called so early here in this hand that I just think that it's quite likely that he has something, so I'm just gonna fold my fifth pair. Okay, let's see if we can win some money back. This just wasn't great. Here, we got this limper, we got a raise there that's not too big again over a limper, but still can't do much with 6-3 suited. So, what do I think about the pool here on weekends? Well, I haven't played a lot yet, but so far I would say it is pretty soft. Although it was pretty soft during the week as well, so I'm not really like it's not like this is different like day and night. Ace queen. We can raise this one. Oops. Check 9 will be a fold. 7-6 off. It's just a fold. Get called on the button here. Okay, I will check my entire range. Okay, now we can start betting, and I'm going to overbet this one. Okay, pocket threes. I will fold. This guy is short stacked. Sixes, we can raise. Right, there is an early position raise. We can call king 7 suited. Flop a king, which is nice. I don't want to put too much money into this pot, but definitely happy to call here. Okay, the 8 now, this would be a card to donk, but with my exact hand I don't want to donk, because I probably will only get called by better. He now continues betting, which is interesting. I will definitely call this one. And now on this river, do we ever want to donk? No. We have kind of reached our investment ceiling. He checks and we win. So it was quite clear, like people do not like to, well, this is quite an important lesson for small stakes. Most players don't want to continue barreling here when they have aces or ace king or king queen on this flop. Right, this guy raised. I am going to rebet ace 10 suited. Yeah, so once the 8 comes on the turn, if they bet again, it's quite unlikely that they really like. he never has an 8 there, and he's saying that he's got quads or a full house or so, pretty much. Yes, in theory, you would bet small, you would continue betting there with aces or ace king, but not even always in GTO terms, and most players would just feel uncomfortable about it. So when they keep barreling on this turn, it probably means that they don't have much, and that's why it was an easy call. Okay. So I have been streaming for about half an hour now. Ace 4 off against a cutoff raise is just a fold. Look at that jackpot, it's on almost 71,000, so would be worth cracking it. Okay, there's a raise in the cutoff. We have ace 10 off in the small blind. Here with ace 10 suited, I am going to 3-bet. This is quite rare. I was going to 3-bet ace 10 off here, would have been marginal, but now there is a code. Well, there's always a code 3-bet. X3, it's always code, is what I mean. Okay, now normally I would 3-bet this against 2x open, but I decide not to in this case because this guy only started the hand with 35 big blinds, but now look at this, it's quite nice, and we now have the nuts. Bet on the smaller side, about 40%. Oh, look, we are getting raised. Okay, so when we're getting raised here, I think I want to get it in because he can't have the ace of clubs. So I'm just gonna get it in now because he might have a flush or a set, and I think he will call with both of those. And I don't really see what bluffs he could have that are not just complete air. Like, yeah, maybe the king of clubs. But for an additional 26.5 big blinds, I think it's worth just shoving there with the nuts. If he has a set or smaller clubs, then I think he would be good to go. But unfortunately, he just folds. That is very sad. Okay, here we are getting this guy limped, so we are going to raise our ace 10, and we have aces again. Look at this. Probably everyone just folds. No, this guy now raises, and we are going to 3-bet, of course, with our aces. This is the same player, by the way, who just raised us when we had the nuts here. 5-6 suited. In the small blind, I will fold, and unfortunately, red garlic folded as well. Yeah, we're not really lucky with our big hands today. We do have big hands. We've had quite a few of them, but just didn't get action. Or when we did get action, someone else had an even bigger hand. queens now. And 8-7 suited. This guy, I think we've 3-bet him a couple of times, 3 times now. So let's see. Oh, there's a cold call, and he calls as well. And not great. I mean, cold calls could definitely be jacks. I am going to c-bet this one though. Now we're getting raised, so that is just not great. But at this point, definitely going to call. When he does that as a cold caller, he might have aces there, or kings, and jacks. And he just bets real big now. This is just not, I don't think, I don't know anything about him. But it's unlikely that this is. I think I'm just gonna fold this now. 50. Yeah, I think I would just. I'm gonna fold my queen. They're getting 3-bet, but it just looked a bit. Also against this big size, I'm just gonna fold. Yeah, this just looked a bit fishy there. The way he, like, cold calling a 3-bet pre-flop, then check raising the flop, then continuing barreling on the turn. It just doesn't sound like a bluff to me. Calling 8. Okay, here. This is a board that I'm happy to donk on with my 8, even though like 2, 4, 5 would probably be even better. The queen now doesn't really change much. I mean, yes, you could have ace queen, king queen that you called with, but there's not that much I can get value from, I think, at this point. And now, once this hits, if he has ace high or so, he might still call. I'm going to block bet this one. He calls and we win. Excellent. Okay, interesting. This guy now limps. This is the guy who cold called there earlier. Cold called with a 3-bet. So yeah, the games are definitely good. Can't complain about that. It's just like today I've not been running great. Running it twice. Ace-7 against ace-queen. That's an interesting one, but I guess because he was shorter stacked. So here I need to go big. I think this guy limped, but maybe he posted. I can't really tell. But going to isolate with a bigger size. Ooh, he does call. And this flop doesn't do much for our hand. All we have is backdoor straight draw, not even overcards, but I'm still going to bet this one. Betting small and then betting the river bigger, the turn bigger, sorry. If he calls the flop, because he might call now with like some pocket pairs, but he just folds. That is excellent news. Okay, let's see if we can get some more playable hands. Yeah, quite a few now, just not the right type of action. This guy raises to 3 big blinds from early position. 9-7 suited in the big blind. This will still be a call. And flop bottom pair and a backdoor flush draw. This is still right. Or can go for. Okay, this is a nice run out. 9 high flush. Going to go for about 2x pot. And fortunately he folded. But yeah, I don't want to get. I think he has some showdown value there with the jack maybe or so, and then he might find a call. Right here we have ace queen off. This is definitely one to squeeze. There's a raise and a call. Okay, he calls. We are quite deep. And we have top pair, top kicker on this board. So I am going to start with a range check. But if he bets, I'm just going to call. I mean, this is not the best turn card, but I'm still okay with it. So now I'm going to bet. And I'm going to bet the river as well if he calls. Which he doesn't do. Why am I sitting out here? Did I run out of time? I have to be careful then on this table. Queen 10 off. We can raise this hand in the cutoff. Ace 9 will be a fold after Sky 3 bet. King Jack off would have been a raise, but now it's a fold after Red Garlic raised in early position. Okay, we have King Jack off, small blind. This guy now raised to 3 big blinds. We know he's a limper. We know he's a 3-bet cold caller. So I will just fold. Ooh, this guy had jacks. This guy had ace king. Jack 8 off, just about. We have antes, we're on the button. I think we can get away with betting it. This is not a bad flop for my hand. Going to bet this one real small. Ace-10 suited, we can call. And check. Okay, we're getting check raised, fine. We can definitely call there. You can check. Okay, he now checks, and we can continue barreling, but we can now bet. He does call, unfortunately, and here this guy also bets now. That's fine. We definitely have a call. And he checks, and what are we going to do? We are going to jam this one. And he folded. Excellent. Oh, here I didn't even see. Did we win this one? Yeah, we won it. Excellent. That's interesting, though. He didn't see bet on the king. Then he bet on when the ace came. So you'd think that if you wanted to bluff, you would do it on the flop. But apparently no. Or maybe he had an ace, just a weaker one, that he would then bet on the turn, which I think is fair enough. Unfortunately, we can't see what he had, but that's okay. Right, 9-8 suited. This is one I am going to 3-bet on the button. And here we're going to just go with a small bet. And let's see, he just folded up there. Table 2, that's excellent. Getting a fold down here as well. Ace king. This will be another 3-bet. Get a call, which not amazing, but okay. We can c-bet with our 2 overs. Expecting him to call quite wide. Well, he even check raises us. Still going to call here for 8 big blinds. Oh, interesting that he checks now. Okay, I think I'm going to bet. Here, multi-way pot with our 6s, nothing. And when he just takes this line, I mean, I don't know, can we get him to fold anything here? We have to try, I think. So, oh, there's a snap call, and he had the queen, okay. Oh, right. I guess we weren't deep enough, and he kind of check raised there with the queen. Yeah, that wasn't great, kind of makes sense. Okay, here we have second pair. With second pair, I just prefer to check. We could, of course, bet. And this not great. And again, this is just like an incredibly bad run out. Can't do much, but we win against a6, so that's okay too. Pocket jacks. So yeah, sometimes we will of course get caught with our bluffs. I'm just thinking maybe that wasn't the most clever bluff there with ace king. Oh, we have king queen off. This is like one. I am gonna call this one. I know in the small blind you don't want to have a lot of calls, but you do want to have some. At least I do. Right here, I'm just going to check raise this one. And here we are going to c-bet. Hit call, and now I am just going to continue betting. Now that here we have fold, and here we got the fold. That's nice. We are getting 3-bet and checkmate suited. I think I want to fold and hijack. Suited, we can 3-bet this one on the button. We're getting called 4-bet. Oh, okay, well, then this is it. Well, it does seem to be a bit on the aggressive side, though. Trying again, this time with the Jack 10 off, although this is just a normal bet, a raise, rather than a 3-bet. He 3-bets us now, is definitely getting the tag of an aggressive player, but having to fold again. Jack 10 off, not the kind of hand I want to continue with. So, come on, have pocket jacks, and we get a call, and this is the flop that we want when you have jacks, ace, queen, and 10. Great. Let's just check behind. He bets 2x pot in this case. Well, against 2x pot, this is interesting. Here, I do actually want to raise this one. 2x pot, I will call this one, even though it seems weird. Oh, he called. And now he bets even bigger, and we have... Yeah, I mean, we definitely have a bluff catcher there. Fold here, I am going to c-bet this one. So we have straight, and what does he have? Oh, he got there. He got there with a flush in the end. Really not running great today, are we? Really not running great today. So we had jacks. He had 8-6 suited, and then he 2x the turn with the 4th pair and the flush draw, and then we get this card, which is like the one card in the deck that gets this sort of action. because if a flush comes in, I will probably fold. If only the king of diamonds really changes something to this. The king of diamonds is the... Yeah, what would you have done in that situation with the pocket jacks there? Like on the turn, I had the right read there that he was bluffing. And even on the river, he could be bluffing with the other flush draw that missed. He could have a jack himself, although it's unlikely because we have two of them. And the set was unlikely, but he could still be just bluffing with nothing because we didn't filter his range. So I still think it's fine to call there on the river. The question is the turn call, which was a good call in the end, but the question is whether I should fold that. And I still think no, because what is he representing there when we need two X's that flop? And then he just got like the dream card. There's one card in the deck, the King of Diamond, that gives me a straight and gives him a flush. And if there's any other king, then there is no flush, then I have the nuts. If there is any other diamond, I will just fold probably. And with any other card, I might also fold. Well, probably. I don't know if I fold actually. Like if the front door flush comes in, then yes, unless it's a king again. So yeah, that's very annoying. Very annoying. But yeah, today our aces got cracked by ace jack. Well, speaking of ace jack, let's raise it up. Yeah, so aces got cracked by ace jack. Ooh, why is OBS disconnected? Well, now we're back, connected. Good. Sorry about that. Okay, no action with ace jack. Computer is getting really hot. That's probably because of all the hot action that we've seen here so far. Okay, come on. 4 tables and I don't have cards on any of them. Okay, and now I do have cards, just not good ones. Okay, nines. This one's fine. I am going to 3-bet it. See, I have this player down is quite aggressive. I wouldn't be surprised if he 4-bets me. He does do that, and now I'm just going to jam on him because he has been quite aggressive. So yeah, okay, this time he does have it, unfortunately, but okay, it's ace king. I can live with that. Okay, we're winning the first one. And winning the second one. Yay. Excellent. Well, yeah, this time he had it, but he was so aggressive before that like he had 4-bet me at least twice and 3-bet me a couple of times. So, and also buttons versus small blind. That is one where you can jam pocket nines there anyway. And against him, definitely want to do that. So at least we ran better in the all-in there. Okay, we are getting called by 2 players. We're monkey in the middle. We have 2 overs, but cup just no, not even backdoor flush draw. This is not the kind of flop we had hoped to see. So I'm just going to fold now. Okay, 10 and off. Let's fold it. Deuce off. Play to suited. Let's fold it. Although this guy, yeah, raised to 2x. So normally this is kind of my favorite exploit at the stakes in online poker. When someone raises 2x on the button, they usually don't have a strong hand. However, this guy is short stacked, less than 40 bigs, so this could be that he has a normal raising hand there. Right, we have king queen off. This is good enough to go for a 3-bet in the small blind versus a cutoff open. It's probably bottom of my range, not probably, it is bottom of my 3-betting range there in the spot, but bottom of the range means we can bet. Look at this, we're getting cold called by this player and the other one calls. Well, and on this board, and out of position against 2 players, there is really not much we can do. So unfortunately, I have to start with a check. This guy then bets now. Here I'm going to raise 9-7 off. And unfortunately, I have to fold. Very annoying. Could have considered check raising there with my 2 overs and a backdoor flush draw. But the problem was that we were not heads up. If we had been heads up, then it would have been more likely. But this guy definitely, like, cold calling a 3-bet. He has a lot of pocket pairs in his range. And, well, not that I necessarily think that he had a set there, but if he has jacks or so, he might just not go away. So there's a raise. And we can increase the cutoff. We have ace queen suited. I'm going to 3-bet this one. This is one where I often will just call, but I do want to 3-bet more from the big blind, and that's fine. We denied his equity, whatever he had. Like, this is nice to just take down. Okay, the sound really isn't great here, and I'm apologizing for that. I think I have to just cancel the stream because it's just not worth it. Sorry, guys.